So this is the big backbone of the game. A lot of the game mechanics revolve around this clock. If you know this clock, you can have an advantage on what you know, or what can happen, I should say. So we have time of day.
At first light, our strength wavers, but we must endure. El Sabaoth eyes open, and his scorn stretches long before us. The blood within us trembles, pulling against the sun's ascent, urging retreat. Even non-vampires feel some dampening of their power in the presence of El Sabaoth's might.
So here you can see that during dawn, so what time of day it is, the glory of molten gold, the healing spells of vampires are weakened, and the damage spells of vampires are weakened. So the time of day does affect what happens to your character. I'm going to stop the audios on some of these just so we don't have all the voiceovers, because some of them are a bit lengthy, but there is well over an hour of audio just in this alone. So we have the month here,
Cogaloon, the
and depending on which month it is, as you can see this one, when an inscription drops, it may grant increases growth of other inscriptions. So might make other inscriptions more power, or other inscriptions on the one that dropped more powerful. Um, the
Visana
planets,
belongs to Islerith, the dream.
which are the elder gods, or the homes of the elder gods, also grant uh, inscription bonuses or chances of bonuses. It all depends on how you kill things, when you kill things, where you kill things, time of day, as I said. But Visania will affect finishers, it looks like, and kills. So anything to do with that you see on an inscription is probably due to this one being in alignment. And right here we get this little red outline at the north of this, or the top of this triangle here. And anything that's glowing is in alignment. So right now, inscriptions have a chance of having some of this stuff on there. Again, it is all deterministic, based on what you do. So not everything will drop, it just depends on how you play.
Inundo belongs to War.
This one, additional damage from random elements. Kills return damage dealt as primary resource, in this case blood. Percent damage received returns as primary resource over time, so might regenerate over time.
There it hangs in the night sky.
And then this one, increased damage over time effects, consecutive hits apply slowing debuffs. So Whirlwind should be really good on this one. You know, and surrounded by a toxic cloud with whose radius grows based on move speed. So if you like to move fast and whatnot, maybe you're aiming for a build that revolves around speed and doing like a whirlwind attack, being a barbarian via Diablo 2 with 75% movement speed to do some of that AoE damage. But each month
Lao.
has different inscription effects that reduce cooldowns.
Ator.
This one, effects that are triggered at low hit points.
Parat.
Aura effects. And then again, each planet
Novasol belongs.
has different, Novasol, healing, light. Finishers temporarily buff nearby allies, which would include your skeleton minions and other players once multiplayer is introduced, which will be in the early access, but not in the demo. Increase damage by percent and decrease attack speed by Y%. So, a little bit of a trade-off there. This will tell you the moon phase.
Beneath the new moon, the night is very dark for mortals. Their sight falters, and they stumble into our grasp unknowing. But for vampires, starlight suffices, casting the world in argent clarity. Coffins, crypts, the depths of Malorum itself, none are dark to us, for our vision is not bound to the laws of nature. Beneath the new moon, the night is very dark for mortals. Their sight falters, and they stumble into our grasp unknowing. But for vampires, starlight suffices, casting the world in argent clarity. Coffins, crypts, the depths of Malorum itself, none are dark to us, for our vision is not bound to the laws of nature.
So that kind of gives you an idea of the moon phases. Each moon phase will hold something different, and affect the character in that way.
Fog. Fog is a faithful ally to the unliving. Mortal eyes falter beneath its pall, whether from natural fog or that conjured by liches. Within the shroud, our movements pass unseen, and we may strike before the foe perceives our presence. And fear festers swiftly where vision fails. Men stumble, formations break, and their courage often abandons them before the blood has been drawn.
So if you pay attention, you got the foggy conditions, which enemy morale is decreased and penalties to vampires is reduced. So the fact that it's dawn gets reduced,
Visanya,
but additional morale degradation. So right now, morale should go down really quickly between the fog and the Visania's effect if you had that stuff equipped. So that's kind of how you can manipulate certain things. You know that you're going to be weaker doing some things. And then also time of day, as I said, depending on the day of the week.
Dies formarum. Now,
The day of forms, the second minor arcana of all suits is more likely to be encountered. More commander enemies present. So more of the guys that have the morale boosters, I do believe. And then this is just the same as this.
Cogaloon, the seed.
To give you just a quick look at the day, month, and year. So that's the basis of the calendar in and of itself, and why it is super important to know. So